Test. Okay, today is March, March 2nd, 2026. We're currently looking at the E-mini S&P contract for March. So given that we are approaching expiration for the contract, if you can see we had a large opening gap because of the war talk that's been going on, and the news states, let's actually see what the headlines are. Where's news here? Middle East conflict. Okay, so they're not really saying much, just Middle East, Middle East, Middle East. So there was something about the U.S. dropping a bomb. So obviously this created a large gap opening. My anticipations would be that things would get a lot worse. Obviously, in this, I mean, people are treating something like that, like war talk, a little too normally, and you know, just by like how they're saying things, it's not particularly enough to really get things moving here. If you look at the continuous, these are the lows we were looking at. Some relative equals, and that's NQ. Where's YM? Maybe more of this area. Yes. So since we have expiration coming up here, I'm kind of interested in how this is gonna play into all this stuff. I want to be here and record the open live. Maybe we can capture that entire opening range until 10 o'clock. But, okay, so 3-day, 5-day look back. Where's the weekly showing us? so there's the opening gap. Here's a volume imbalance. We want to make sure that these are marked. We'll grade this opening gap. I love how everyone's starting to really factor in the opening gap to their analysis. We'll use the lines again to draw this one in. This is a gap here as well. So we kind of opened up in that range. I'm really interested, like, so if we close down today, we're gonna have this massive suspension block. I think we're gonna work around in that area for a while as well. And because everyone is anticipating shorts. Here's our oil. That's what I was talking about last week with the entry. Right there, absolutely perfect. Dollar working up. Again, as I talked about it down here, that's what we were looking for. I haven't been doing a lot of analysis on that, but probably should keep things active. But we use that yearly fair value gap for the break. These have become the levels that matter. So we have 4 minutes until the open. Yeah, again, 4 minutes. We'll see what happens here. Bitcoin was slow since the drop. Crude oil, I loved what was going on. It kind of set itself up perfectly. And when I say I saw that as the perfect entry, I'm not even kidding. It was all time. That's the model. We got 3 minutes. check our premium and discount. Obviously, when looking at a monthly style, they want to find something in a discount, draw it out. It will take some time to get down there unless something wild happens, but just to have it noted. So 58, 50, 57, 70. What do we have in the gap department? So we got these relative equal highs up here, sort of. I think we are absolutely going to look at this halted trading hours gap again today, above those highs. So that's 68.35, 68.42. Note that down. 16 seconds. Let's take a look at the NQ in here. Sell side taken out. Again, when everyone's expecting to market to drop, you gotta offer a premium first. So there's our new day opening gap. So let's put that in red for the regular trading hours. Red for regular. Grade it. NQ getting way up there. Let's check their new day. 476.50. I just don't want it to be overlapping my my overnight trading. $76.50. There it is. Okay, so 50% was hit in NQ. We are just barely below. We should hit that. Yep, there's the halted trading hours. So the first level expectations were reached for me. I think this is wrong. That's supposed to be 25. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, 75 in there too. Oh no, I do have 75 on here. There we go. So there's gap high. How did oil look at the open? Lower prices as expected. %50. This is a new week opening gap in NQ. Older one. That's when it was from. Thursday, or new day opening gap. Wait, Thursday to Friday. But as called beforehand, the run up into the halted trading hours gap from Friday the 28th, day after Thanksgiving, those expectations came to pass. Same was reflected in the NASDAQ with a new day opening gap. 50% was booked. On both the, let's see, yeah, 50% for both regular trading hours and electronic trading hours. I'm interested in seeing how the margin requirements changed with each broker. I'm sure heightened volume is going to make it more difficult to get into a regular position. But I don't think today would be a good day to trade. This is where all the gamblers are in here, trying to play the volume, trying to short the open. This is not the kind of environment you want to get yourself mixed in with. At least if you're trying to be professional. But yeah, it's good to have these levels noted. That's what you're doing. I gotta dig up the halted trading hours gap on NQ, but I'm sure we're in the vicinity of it. I'm gonna go ahead and check out our margin requirements. I don't think I got an email from the broker, but So your intraday initial margin is now at 66.56.50, so $6,656 for a single contract. For a mini 13 or a micro 13.99, $1,399 for a micro. Like, geez. I think that's double what it was. Yeah, here's your first presentations. We just used that one, but this is the real first presentation. Keep it noted. Back at a premium. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna cover for the day. I'm gonna have to say higher for the day just because of everything that's been playing out. Anyone who wanted to short is going to get ripped up. We have that initial there's a lot of ground in here that we might want to cover. You can also look at this premium wick, see where your 50% levels are. It's probably right around there. This whole suspension block should be noted. We could even probably will most likely see ourselves up in this daily imbalance again. That's coordinates would be 6,931 even for the high, and 6,897.75 for the low. And then get your quadrants in there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Don't take on too much risk. Be safe in what you do. Things get a lot worse from here, so be prepared. Don't take on any kind of exorbitant risk. You could hurt yourself a lot more than you could gain. So that's all I have for today. God bless. Be safe.